Hey there, fellow curious minds. If you thought lampreys were just those creepy eel-like fish you'd rather not encounter on a late-night swim, think again. Hold on to your hats, because the scientists in northern China have unveiled a 160-million-year-old secret that's jaw-dropping. And no, it's not a lost episode of Jurassic Park, although it might as well be. So what's the deal with these ancient lampreys? Well, it turns out they've been around for an astounding 360 million years. Picture this. The earliest lampreys were a tiny bunch, a few inches long, munching on algae like they were at an underwater salad bar. But wait, there's more to this fishy tale. These scientists hit the paleontological jackpot when they discovered these fossils in the Yanliao Biota rock formation. These ancient lampreys were no joke. They had mouths that were not just toothy but extensively toothed. It's like nature said, hey, let's give these guys a bunch of steak knives for teeth. They used these formidable mouths to latch onto their prey, suck their blood, and even scoop off bits of their flesh. Talk about a party trick. One of the researchers, Fixiang Wu, couldn't contain his excitement, saying, "I was deeply impressed at first sight." I mean, who wouldn't be? It's not every day you stumble upon ancient vampires of the sea. Hold on to your snorkels, because the plot thickens. These fossils were found in Liaoning province, and guess what? Each one revealed a different, never-before-seen species of these prehistoric bloodsuckers. It's like lamprey bingo, but with way cooler prizes. Tetsuto Miyashita, a paleontologist from the Canadian Museum of Nature, who wasn't even in on the discovery, was practically doing a happy dance when he said, "There have been no other lamprey fossils from the dinosaur age that preserve their terrorizing oral apparatus quite so clear." You know something's a big deal when a paleontologist uses words like terrorizing. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it all. Lamprey fossils are as rare as a unicorn riding a rainbow, but these were a game-changer. The fossil record for lampreys is very sparse and poor, according to Miyashita. However, the ones these scientists uncovered were, as they put it, exquisitely preserved with a complete suite of feeding structures. Imagine finding a 160-million-year-old cookbook for lampreys. Okay, maybe not a cookbook, but you get the idea. Of the two newly identified species, the granddaddy of them all was Yanliao Biota, measuring almost 2 feet long. That's right, folks, the largest fossil lamprey ever found. It's like these ancient creatures were saying, we're going big or going extinct. In case you're wondering, modern lampreys measure between 14 and 24 inches on average. So, it's safe to say they were the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnsons of their time. But why did they become giant-sized? Well, researchers believe that developing a taste for flesh might have something to do with it. Think of it this way: back then, the menu was pretty limited because most potential hosts had armor like a knight in shining scales. Early lampreys likely settled for a vegetarian diet, nibbling on algae like underwater hipsters. But then, the game changed. Bony fishes with thin scales began to dominate the scene, replacing the armored tanks of the past. The lampreys must have thought, hey, this new food is much easier to chew, and they started evolving into flesh-eating predators. It's like they upgraded from nibbling on salads to feasting on sushi, but with a side of blood. Yum! The study authors suggest that the bigger size of Yanliao Biota allowed them to migrate farther, lay more eggs, and survive in salt water. So, you could say that size did matter when it came to lamprey evolution. But here's the twist in the tale, or should I say, the gnash in the jaw. These ancient lampreys had mouths that were lined with sharp teeth, and they had a structure known as a piston cartilage. You know, like a built-in hydraulic system for their tongues. Modern pouch lampreys, which are also into the whole flesh-eating gig, have a similar mouth structure. It's like the lamprey family recipe for mouthful success. Here's the kicker. Inside the ancient lamprey's digestive tract, they found bits and pieces of other fish, possibly crushed skulls and some unidentified bony fish relics. Can you imagine being the detective on this case? What we got here, folks, is a prehistoric seafood feast with a side of piscine cranium. The plot thickens further. You see, those bony fishes with thin scales I mentioned earlier were the game changers. They created a whole new food source for the lampreys, and they were like, challenge accepted. Their evolution was like a level up in a video game. This discovery is huge because the fossil record for lampreys has more gaps than a plotline in a Michael Bay movie. These two new species have filled in a big chunk of the puzzle, shedding light on a pivotal moment in lamprey history. But hold your seahorses, there's still so much we don't know about lampreys. How did they manage to survive for 360 million years? What other secrets are they hiding in those ancient rocks? Are there more terrorizing oral apparatuses waiting to be discovered? Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the tip of the lamprey iceberg. And as we venture deeper into the waters of science and technology, we'll keep unraveling the mysteries of our prehistoric pals. So, stay tuned, because who knows what's lurking in the depths of time and evolution? And most importantly, will lampreys finally spill the beans about their favorite flavor of blood? Only time will tell.